No one has ever become poor by giving. People can tell you to keep your mouth shut, but that doesn't stop you from having your own opinion. How wonderful it is that nobody need wait a single moment before starting to improve the world. In spite of everything, I still believe that people are really good at heart. I can shake off everything as I write. My sorrows disappear, my courage is reborn. Those who have courage and faith shall never perish in misery. Where there's hope, there's life. It fills us with fresh courage and makes us strong again. I don't want to have lived in vain like most people. I want to be useful or bring enjoyment to all people, even those I've never met. I want to go on living even after my death. We all live with the objective of being happy. Our lives are all different and yet the same. The best remedy for those who are afraid, lonely or unhappy is to go outside, somewhere where they can be quite alone with the heavens, nature and God. Look at how a single candle can both defy and define the darkness. In the long run, the sharpest weapon of all is a kind and gentle spirit. I've learned one thing: you only really get to know a person after a fight. Only then can you judge their true character. Riches, prestige, everything can be lost. But the happiness in your own heart can only be dimmed. It will always be there, as long as you live, to make you happy again. I think it's odd that grown-ups quarrel so easily and so often and about such petty matters. Up to now I always thought bickering was just something children did and that they outgrew it. An empty day, though clear and bright, is just as dark as any night. Laziness may appear attractive, but work gives satisfaction. Everyone has inside of him a piece of good news. The good news is that you don't know how great you can be, how much you can love, what you can accomplish, and what your potential is. I've found that there is always some beauty left, in nature, sunshine, freedom, in yourself. These can all help you. Whoever is happy will make others happy. You can be lonely even when you are loved by many people, since you are still not anybody's one and only. Sympathy, love, fortune, we all have these qualities but still tend to not use them. I don't think of all the misery, but of the beauty that still remains. I simply can't build up my hopes on a foundation consisting of confusion, misery, and death. Even if people are still very young, they shouldn't be prevented from saying what they think. But feelings can't be ignored, no matter how unjust or ungrateful they seem. I can't imagine how anyone can say, "I'm weak," and then remain so. After all, if you know it, why not fight against it? Why not try to train your character? There's only one rule you need to remember: laugh at everything and forget everybody else. It sounds egotistical, but it's actually the only cure for those suffering from self-pity. What is done cannot be undone, but one can prevent it happening again. People are just people, and all people have faults and shortcomings, but all of us are born with a basic goodness. Anneliese Marie, Anne Frank, German. Belanda, 12 June 1929 February Etel Marais 1945, was a German-born Jewish girl who kept a diary in which she documented life in hiding under Nazi persecution. She is a celebrated diarist who described everyday life from her family hiding place in an Amsterdam attic. One of the most discussed Jewish victims of the Holocaust, she gained fame posthumously with the 1947 publication of The Diary of a Young Girl, originally Het Achterhuis in Dutch, The Back House, English, The Secret Annex, in which she documents her life in hiding from 1942 to 1944, during the German occupation of the Netherlands in World War II. It is one of the world's best-known books and has been the basis for several plays and films. Anne was born in Frankfurt, Germany. In 1934, when she was 4.5, her family moved to Amsterdam, Netherlands, after Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Party gained control over Germany. She spent most of her life in or around Amsterdam. By May 1940, the Franks were trapped in Amsterdam by the German occupation of the Netherlands. Anne lost her German citizenship in 1941 and became stateless. As persecutions of the Jewish population increased in July 1942, they went into hiding in concealed rooms behind a bookcase in the building where Anne's father, Otto Frank, worked. Until the family's arrest by the Gestapo on 4 August 1944, Anne kept a diary she had received as a birthday present, and wrote in it regularly. Following their arrest, the Franks were transported to concentration camps. On 1 November 1944, Anne and her sister, Margot, were transferred from Auschwitz to Bergen-Belsen concentration camp, where they died probably of typhus a few months later. They were originally estimated by the Red Cross to have died in March, with Dutch authorities setting the 31st of March as the official date. Later research has suggested they died in February or early March. Otto, the only survivor of the Frank family, returned to Amsterdam after the war to find that Anne's diary had been saved by his female secretaries, Miepgies and Bep Voskuil. He decided to fulfill Anne's greatest wish to become a writer and publish her diary in 1947. It was translated from its original Dutch version and first published in English in 1952 as The Diary of a Young Girl, and has since been translated into over 70 languages.